In the 1st century BCE, the Roman Republic held the Mediterranean in its iron grip, a superpower built on conquest and control. But from the very heart of its brutal system, one man rose to challenge everything. His name was Spartacus. Born in Thrace, a wild region northeast of Greece, his early life is shrouded in mystery. Some say he was a soldier who served Rome. Others, a rebel who resisted it. What we know for sure is that he was captured, sold, and cast into one of Rome's cruelest spectacles, a gladiator school in Capua. Gladiators were more than just fighters, they were property, trained to kill for the amusement of crowds. Their lives were cheap, their deaths a form of entertainment. But Spartacus was not meant to die for sport. In 73 BCE, he and about 70 fellow gladiators made a daring choice. Armed with nothing more than kitchen knives and their own desperate courage, they broke free from their prison. They fled to the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, where a simple act of escape would ignite a revolution. Rome, in its arrogance, initially dismissed them as a minor problem, a band of criminals. They sent a small militia to crush the fugitives, but Spartacus was no ordinary criminal. He was a brilliant tactician. When the Roman commander blocked the only path down Vesuvius, Spartacus and his men wove ropes from wild vines, rappelled down a sheer cliff face in the dead of night, and attacked the unsuspecting Roman camp from behind. They not only won, but they also captured real weapons and armor. News of this incredible victory spread like fire. Slaves from all over Italy, sensing a glimmer of hope, abandoned their masters and flocked to his banner. A band of 70 fugitives swelled into an army of thousands, then tens of thousands, reaching nearly 70,000 men and women. They were farmers, miners, and laborers, all united by a single powerful desire: freedom. For 2 years, the name Spartacus struck fear into the heart of the Republic. He defeated multiple Roman legions one after another. Consular armies, the same elite forces that had conquered kingdoms, were humiliated by a force of people they considered less than human. This uprising, known as the Third Servile War, exposed the fragile foundation of Roman society. An empire built on the backs of enslaved people was now cracking under their weight. Historians still debate Spartacus's ultimate goal. Did he plan to sack the city of Rome itself, or was he trying to lead his people north, over the Alps, to escape Italy and find freedom? He marched his army toward the mountains, but then, for reasons lost to history, he turned back south. This decision would prove fatal. Determined to end the rebellion once and for all, Rome appointed its wealthiest and most ruthless general, Marcus Licinius Crassus, to take command. Crassus was a man who understood power and brutality. He restored discipline to his demoralized troops with an ancient, horrifying punishment called decimation, where 1 in every 10 soldiers was executed by their own comrades for cowardice. Rome was finished playing games. Slowly but surely, Crassus cornered Spartacus's forces in the south of Italy. A desperate plan to cross the sea to Sicily and ignite another revolt failed. The Roman legions closed in. The final battle was a scene of utter carnage. Ancient writers describe Spartacus fighting with legendary bravery, cutting his way through the Roman lines in a final, desperate attempt to reach Crassus himself. He was wounded, but he fought on until he was finally overwhelmed and killed. His body was never found, lost among the thousands who fell with him. The aftermath was a chilling display of Roman vengeance. Over 6,000 captured rebels were crucified along the Appian Way, the main road leading into Rome. Their bodies were left hanging for miles, a grotesque warning to any who would dare to defy the Republic's power. The rebellion was crushed. Rome survived. But Spartacus had proven that even the mightiest empire had a weakness. Though he lost the war, his story became a legend, a timeless symbol of the fight for freedom against overwhelming odds. Centuries later, his name would inspire revolutionaries, writers, and artists. He never wore a crown or ruled an empire. But for 2 brief, glorious years, an enslaved gladiator made the most powerful republic in the world tremble. In his defiance, he achieved something Rome could never take away. He became an immortal symbol of freedom. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories of rebellion and courage. See you in the next video.